Our lead story, strong feelings about the situation in Libya, surface right here in Abu Dhabi. Our Ashraf Helmi caught a small protest outside the Libyan embassy. We apologize for some of the picture quality in this report.
There were no more than 50 of them, but they had come to see the ambassador. Libyan expats came here to their embassy in Abu Dhabi, protesting the ongoing violence in their country.
Believe me, they're using munitions who's supposed to be against the aircraft, not even against people. You see, I mean, if I show you photos, you will be scared.
Surrounded by a police cordon, the embassy remains shut, but the ambassador did briefly appear, condemning the excessive use of violence in Libya. That was also the message from the consulate a day earlier in Dubai, where demonstrators managed to stage a much larger protest. About 100 Libyan expats entered the building, dragging out a large portrait of Colonel Muammar Gaddafi and smashing it out onto the street.
Libyan people are civilian people. Please help them because there's massacre happening right now in Libya.
Now, some protesters I've spoken to said the staff inside the building are actually with the people, and they've lowered the flag to half-mast in respect of all the people who've died in Libya. But the embassy today in Abu Dhabi stopped short of condemning the regime in Libya, which enraged the small group outside. It's a rare moment of protest in the Emirates, where frustrated expats are mourning the deaths of their loved ones in their home country. And protesting, no matter how small the numbers, is the best they can do as they watch their country unravel. Ashraf Helmi, inside the National.
One of the people at the protests this morning was Mr. Ramadan Amr. He's the managing editor of the Al Ain Times News. He was born in Benghazi and he joins us now. Mr. Amr, what drove you to join the demonstrations?
The reason I joined, and other people too, is that to have the media spotlight or enlighten on the what's happening in Libya, because the media in Libya itself is covering the news in the reverse way, meaning like in a negative way for us, which means that everything is pro-Gaddafi, pro-Gaddafi. There is no demonstrations pro-Gaddafi. It's very, very minimal and in a very, very small part of Tripoli, which is controlled by Gaddafi, as far as I know.
Okay, you mentioned the media spotlight. It's very difficult for us to get a firm view of exactly what's going on inside Libya. You have family in Benghazi, I believe. What are they telling you is happening on the streets today?
Of course. Now, when we talk to Benghazi, and even though it's in the eastern part, but it's not one tribe, as Gaddafi was saying, that it is only supported by eastern tribes, but it's actually a mix of so many, if not all, of the tribes in Libya. And when I spoke to my brother there, he's saying that things are very terrible there, but they are just trying to hold on because they have no other sources to cover the media or to tell people what's happening or so on.
Okay, there are reports that the entire east of the country is in the control of the opposition forces. Are you saying that's not true?
Yeah, well, no, it isn't true. It is true. I spoke to one of my closest relatives, and he emphasized that, yes, Libya is under the control of the people themselves. However, there is still fear. There's still fear, and that's what Gaddafi created in the people of Libya. And since he came, and also his speech last night, it's about frightening the people. And so a lot of people, they rather not to come out.
Gaddafi certainly raised the stakes with the speech that he made. We'll be seeing more of that speech when he vowed to become a martyr. It's a tense situation. Where do you think it's going to go next?
One thing about Gaddafi, and most people know, he is unpredictable. You don't know what this guy gonna do. In fact, some people who know him very well, they say when you meet him in person, he's in one side he's like cute, humble sheep, and the other kind he's a big wolf. And it could happen in the same time. So he's a lunatic, a crazy guy. He could be smart. I thought he was very smart, and maybe he's smart, but in in a negative way, I would say. He could have used this smartness and this charisma he had and this closeness to people that he had in the first years of the revolution to come out as a much better leader.